doing? How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in here. I know I'm late. I'm so sorry, y'all. My ass is tired. Forgive me. I intended on coming live like intended on scheduling for 7. That was my fault for not scheduling this live. I put in a post in my community wall. I don't know if a lot of y'all seen my post this morning. And I intended to come on here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central. However, that did not work or go according to plan. See, what had happened was I was tired. I had 0 ounces of sleep the night before because I just could not sleep. Cleaning up this apartment finally and putting away laundry and stuff. By the time I finished cleaning and putting up laundry and washing my sheets and everything, cleaning up this whole entire kitchen, because I haven't really done anything since the weekend before on my DC trip. Yeah, I had to get my house in order. Once I got my house in order, cleaned up, got everything nice and tidy, I passed the hell out. And then today, I went back to work from the holiday, which was Columbus Day, aka the Indigenous Peoples Day, which was yesterday. I thank God I was off yesterday. But yeah, that was the main reason I didn't come on right away. I was too exhausted. I was so drained and tired. People kept calling my damn phone. I was not answering. I said, nope, not today. Not today, Satan. Half the people that called my phone, I just literally talked to them the day before. I'm not about to keep answering my phone for some of my peoples every single day. No. See, one thing about me, my energy is valuable and I spend it wisely for a reason. If I don't answer the phone, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because my black ass is tired. I'm busy and I have a life. But anywho, again, I apologize, fam, for not coming on as intended at 7 p.m. I'm here now. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's a little late, I know. It's a weeknight. I know half of y'all probably getting ready to go to bed and get up for work and go to school and getting your kids ready for school and whatnot. But I wanted to come on here real quick and say, dear fam, I appreciate y'all. You guys are the real MVPs. I really want to thank y'all. I do. And the reason why I'm making this live and an appreciation live is because over the weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend before when I was in DC at the concert, I dropped a ton of like highlight videos from the Queen's concert that I went to. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. And to my surprise, you guys blew up those videos. I did not expect it. I'm gonna be honest. Not only did you blow up my videos and share the crap out of them, but y'all are really rocking with me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I went from how many subscribers I had before the concert. I went from 800 subscribers, okay? While I was at the concert in DC, I come back here home and out of the blue, I'm damn near at 1,000, y'all. I gained a whole entire 100 subscribers on YouTube. I just wanted to let y'all know that. I really appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I really do. We're halfway through monetization. Halfway through. But I really wanted to let y'all know for real, honestly, you guys are the true MVPs. You guys are rock stars. I really do appreciate y'all. That's the main reason why I wanted to come on here, because I did not expect any of my videos to blow up like that. I really didn't. I was just having a good time. I was just sharing some behind the scenes of the concert that I went to. And I was just having a good time. Let's see, somebody said something. What do you eat in a day? What's your favorite food? Um, well, it's kind of hard to say. I like all kinds of food. um, I wouldn't necessarily say I have a favorite, but I do eat a lot of Mexican food because I grew up in Texas. It's not necessarily my favorite, no. It was Italian at one point growing up as a kid was my favorite food, but now it's a hit or miss. Since I'm up here on the East Coast, I've been eating a lot of seafood or Mexican food. That's all I see here, seafood and Mexican food. But yeah, it's hard to say. I would say since being here, it's a hit or miss. Most of the time, I'm lazy. I hardly ever cook. So I'll go to like sandwich shops and grab a sub and stop at places like Jersey Mike's, or I'll go to Chipotle every once in a while and get one of those little veggie bowls with the protein and stuff in there, like the steak bowls and stuff like that. I try to be healthy. It's hard, but I'm getting there. In case you're wondering, I hope that answered your question. But anyway, let me tell y'all about that specific concert that I went to because I never really came on here and did a recap with you guys. In case you're tuning in, um, about it's probably been like a week now, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's almost been almost 2 weeks ago. I went to DC to the Queen's tour. The Queen's tour included very legendary, iconic R&B and soul singers from like way back when, way before my time. But I grew up on them ever since I was a kid. And these soul singers were people like Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, and Stephanie Mills. And I loved it. When I say y'all, that was one of the best concerts I've ever went to in my entire adult life. That's one of the best concerts I've ever went to. I'm not joking. People laughed at me. People on my job made fun of me. They're like, why are you going to go see them? Oh, granny's for it. Ain't nobody but grandmas and aunties going to be up there like the cookout and blah, blah, blah. I said, that's fine. I said, that's what I like. I have different tastes in music. Oh, well. I'm not with the bandwagon on Chris Brown and all these other people like Tiana Taylor and all these other new age artists like Glorilla. I don't listen to all the new age hippity hop bippity bop. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I'm an old soul. I like real music. I like real talent. And I just love the fact that they sound better than the damn album when they're live in concert. They're really good. They put on a show. Yeah, it's sad that they have to still tour at their age. I watched a lot of their press run and I could tell that it was a needed money grab. Yeah, that could be true. It is a little, it is a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. I do agree. I do agree. It is a little sad. But in my opinion, I feel like this. I feel like as old as they are, since they are up in age, and as they're doing these little tours, these little Chitlin circuit tours is what I call them. You playing karaoke around certain cities. I don't know if it's just because they're bored, but some people just cannot stay retired and they cannot stay at home. I think that's one issue. I know for sure people like Shaka can still tour. She's in great shape. She's very healthy. She's lost tons of weight since like the 90s. Like back then when she was younger, she was much heavier. But people like Miss Gladys Knight, oh God, she needs the rest. Baby girl, whoo. Miss Gladys is beautiful in person, but I can just tell looking at her, she was very exhausted. She was very drained. She had no energy. And I felt very bad. It made me teary eyed when I saw Gladys Knight. She was the very first performer that came out at 8 o'clock. She did like 4 or 5 songs and then she left. But just seeing how she was moving so slowly across that stage and she wasn't really, dancing. Like she jiggled a little bit and shimmied, but I could tell like she don't have no more energy. She's the aging's catching up to Miss Gladys. And I heard low key she's kind of sick. And I don't know if that's true, but she looked very frail on that stage that night. She really did. But I heard some of her songs and I was like, she did pretty good. But in the beginning, her band drowned her out when she first started. And I was just like, ooh, she needs to work on the background. The background was louder than her ass. And I was just like, shit. But once she got into the other songs, it eventually got better over the time of the concert. Who doesn't like Shaka Khan and Gladys Knight? Right. I love them to death. I love all of them. My favorite is Shaka, though. That's the main reason why I wanted to go, is I've never seen any of these ladies. This was my very first time seeing any of them in concert. I loved it. Gladys just got off a tour. When she started the tour with them, she wasn't on a lot of their press tour because she was already on a tour. Oh, I didn't know that. See, this is why I don't be keeping up with stuff. If I would have kept up, I would have been known. That explains why she was so damn exhausted by the time she got on this tour, because they only did like a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only did like maybe 6 or 7 cities. They didn't do very many cities on this tour. The first stop I know was Greensboro, North Carolina. The second stop was somewhere like Atlanta or something like that. And then the third one was like Memphis. And they went to cities like Detroit, DC, of course, Atlantic City, New Jersey. I want to say Brooklyn was one of their stops. And the very last stop of the tour was Cleveland, Ohio, which I thought was odd because they didn't even go anywhere on the South. They just stayed east. Like this whole entire tour they did was literally East Coast. They didn't even touch the West Coast, which I thought was weird. You would think they would go to California, but they didn't even go to California. They just went to random cities along the east, which was weird. I don't know. Let's see. Watch Gladys doing the Garth Brooks tribute on YouTube for Kennedy honors. It is so good. Okay, I'll check it out. When did she do that? I don't remember her doing that. This must be something recent or something old. I don't know. Let me put up my laptop. But yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful tour. I enjoyed it. It lasted about a total of 3 hours. Shaka was the best one. Of course, that's why she was last. Shaka stole the show. She did at least 10 songs I can count on top of my head. Oh, it was during the pandemic. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. This is the second leg. They did their original dates in the spring, and because it was so popular, they added dates. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Oh, so this was their second tour together, is what I'm getting. Oh, wow. Huh. That makes a lot of sense why she was so damn tired. But Patti can move. Let me tell y'all, if y'all have never seen Patti LaBelle live in concert, she puts on a show too. She's a very, very talented performer. Patti, as far as singing, I'm not a fan. I won't lie. There are some songs like if you only knew, I do like the way she does it. She does it like in a jazzy persona with the saxophone man and the drummer man. But outside of If You Only Knew and I Love You, Need You, Want You, I'm not a big Patti fan. Okay, because half the time she was shouting and screaming on that mic sounding like a damn rooster. But I loved her outfits. I loved her wardrobe. Whoever is Patti's stylist or designer, whatever you call it, they are doing a phenomenal job with the dresses. Because, honey, Patti came out in this beautiful blue looking dressy shirt and some pants look like and some heels. And then the second outfit she came in with this big ass pink ass dress. I was just like, dang, how she get dressed so quickly? I said, they must have 1,000 buttons on that thing popping just poof, 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 poof. Because during the intermission, that's their like little break in between like the songs and stuff. She had her band and her DJ, do like a little extra playing and stuff while she was changing her wardrobe. And that woman came out in like 2 minutes. I'm not joking. She did not waste time getting dressed. Like she was just in and out. And I said, dang, she even changed the wig. She went from a blonde wig to a black wig. Like Patty is like ultimate diva. She's a diva in herself. The song Kelly Clarkson does of the Garth Brooks tribute is beautiful too. I am not a fan of Kelly, but she laid it down. Okay. I'm not a fan of her either. I agree. I don't even know any of her songs, to be honest. I don't really listen to Kelly Clarkson, so I really don't know. No One Can Mess with Patty. Yeah, I don't really like Patty's songs, but she does a strong ass voice. Yeah, she was just like screaming hard, like fighting for her life on that microphone. And I was just like, oh, just stop. Just stop. But I'm gonna tell you who legit had like the vocals on point, in my opinion, that wasn't screaming like a damn wildebeest on the mic, was Stephanie Mills. Out of all four performers, Stephanie Mills had clarity. Her tone was perfect. Her pitch was perfect. Like for a little lady, because she's only like, I don't know, 5'2". She's very tiny. She can blow. She will blow you away because her voice is so powerful. She's like another what's that lady's name? Michelet. Michelet, y'all remember Michelet, that old school 90s R&B singer? She was very popular for that song called Something in My Heart. Remember that song? But yeah, she's like another Michelet. Like she's super, super powerful voice. Stephanie is the youngest of all of them. Yes, she is. She is the youngest. She's about I think 68 is what she said on the interview. She ought to be about 69. Mish Michelle. Michelle. Yeah, that's what I thought I said. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm country. Shit. It's hard to pronounce some of these names. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. But yeah, out of all of them, I would definitely say Stephanie is still finely tuned. And her son, too, surprisingly, who was a backup singer. I didn't even know she had another son. Now, I knew about the autistic son, the special needs one, but I didn't know she actually had an older son. And apparently, he was one of the lead backup singers, and he can sing his ass off. Honey, he was a fruity tootie, but he could sing. They was all wearing these glittery, sparkly outfits, and he was going off. But I should have recorded his ass, but I didn't want my phone to die in the moment. So I didn't record him because I was just too starstruck just at his voice. His voice just caught me off guard. And then between the intermission of Stephanie Mills and Patti LaBelle, I had to get up and go upstairs of the arena where I was at to go find a plug to charge my phone. My phone was dying. And I was like, shit, I don't want my phone to die because Patty is about to come out and then Shaka's about to come out. And I definitely didn't want to miss nothing of Shaka's. So I charged up my phone. I got it halfway up to like 50 something percent. And by the time I was charging my phone, Patty starts coming out, and I missed like 4 or 5 Patty songs because she had way, way more songs than what I dropped. I just didn't get them on video, unfortunately, because I was charging my phone. But yeah, it happens. And that was the crazy part. I don't know why my phone was dying because I didn't even touch it until the damn concert started. I think what happened was when I had my phone fully charged, I was messing on it, taking pictures like an idiot, not thinking I was draining my battery. And I have an iPhone. So y'all know iPhone, it has a pretty decent battery, but the more you tap on it, the more you text, the more activities you do, the more you're going to drain your battery, which I did not realize until I sat down. I said, oh shit. So then, yeah, I did the best that I could. I got as much footage that I could so that way I could have some long lasting memories of that concert. But yeah, I don't think after this tour they're gonna do any more because when they did that press run They were on an interview with who was it? I want to say ABC News or the Today Show, one of them shows. And Shaka and them said this is probably going to be the last tour because we're getting up in age, we're getting older. And I said, oh, I have to get a ticket. And I've been had my ticket since June, July time frame. So yeah, and I had a really good seat, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed how close I was to that stage, but I was in the front row, baby. And I was in, I think, row C, seat number 8. That's how close I was to the arena. But yeah, I was front row, literally 3 rows behind the stage. Actually, 4 rows behind the stage. Because A is directly by the stage, that's right there. B is the second row, and then C and so forth. But yeah, I had really good seats. Only like her one song, Never Knew a Love. Are you talking about Stephanie Mills? Yeah, I don't really know a lot of Stephanie songs either. I didn't really listen to her songs growing up. The only song that I do like is What You Gonna Do for My Lovin'. That's my jam right there. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's my shit. But outside of that song, I never really liked the other songs, but her band, she had a magnificent band. They hyped the hell out of those songs up. So everything sounded good because of the band. I'm not gonna lie. Like the bands, when they come out, they hype those songs up that I don't even know. And they sound so good live. But when you listen to it like on Spotify or Pandora, you're like, this is the song? You're like, what is this? But yeah, it's a different experience when it's live in concert. It's more hype, it's more bass. So it's gonna sound good regardless, whatever it is. But yeah, it just depends on the artist that's singing that song. You have to make sure you turn the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth off so it isn't constantly searching for a connection. Oh, damn. See, my dumb ass had all that shit on. I wasn't even thinking. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense why my phone was dying. Because I said, why is my phone dying so damn bad? And I barely touched it when I was sitting in the arena. I said it was at 99% when I walked in this arena. Then all of a sudden, the bitch started dying on me, like little by little. And I wasn't even touching it. I thought as long as I put my phone on silent to cut off distractions from like phone calls and people blowing up my phone with text messages, I thought I was good. But now I know. So turn off Wi-Fi. Got it. Cause I was like, nigga, I just charged up this phone right before I walked in this arena. What the fuck? Hey, Thud, how you doing? Welcome. Stephanie is the original Dorothy from The Wiz. Oh yeah, I remember. Yep, she's a national treasure. She made a lot of history with The Wiz on Broadway. I don't understand why she never did the movie, but for some odd reason, they had Diana Ross do the movie and play Dorothy instead of Stephanie Mills. I don't know what was up with that. I don't know if it's because they chose Diana over Stephanie or Stephanie turned down the role. I don't know. But I felt like if Stephanie did Broadway, she should have did the actual movie instead of Diana. Now Diana was good, but as an actress, I think Stephanie would have did way better as Dorothy. They wanted the bigger name. I don't blame them. Well, Diana was popular at the time, so I guess it makes sense in show business. I don't know. Who am I to say? But in my opinion, the person with the stronger voice that actually has like real vocals, yeah, I would definitely say Stephanie over Diana. I don't know why they did that, but I don't know. No, she wasn't offered the role in the movie. Rarely do they let the theater person do the film. I guess it makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. That's kind of like what's that movie? The Color Purple. They said in The Color Purple, they originally wanted Shaka Khan to play Celie. Steven Spielberg personally wanted Shaka Khan. Shaka said no. So they ended up giving the role to Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg wasn't the original choice for Celie. A lot of people still don't know that. But yeah, Shaka talked about it. She was just like, the only reason I turned down The Color Purple is because I'm not an actress. I am a singer. I don't like scripts. I don't like having to remember scripts. So I didn't want to do it. And if you pay attention, clearly Shaka does not like movies because I've never seen her in any movie. Any movie I can think of, I've never seen Shaka Khan in it. She would have been a good ass Suge Avery. Hell yeah, she would have. You know what? I think they wanted her to play Suge, not Celie. I'm sorry. I think they wanted her to play Suge Avery. But at the last minute, they grabbed Margaret Avery. I think is her real name is the actress, and they made her play Suge instead of Shaka. But yeah, she would have made a really good Suge Avery. That would have been good. That would have been the highlight of Color Purple. But it was still a good film. But if they would have added Shaka to it, I think it would have been 10 times more intense and better. Because Suge can sing. Yeah, exactly. And it makes perfect sense. Shaka can sing, duh. That's why Steven Spielberg wanted her. I don't blame her though, because the only person I can think of out of that group that actually was in a couple movies was Patty. Surprisingly, I don't know if y'all know the history behind Patty LaBelle and her movie acting, but Patty, once upon a time, starred in that old school movie called A Soldier Story. It's a very old black movie. Came out like in the late '80s with Denzel Washington and who else is in that movie? I'm trying to think. It was Denzel Washington and some other guys, some other old school greats that were in that movie. But yeah, Patti LaBelle surprisingly made a cameo appearance in that movie. She was a singer in the blues juke joint. And she was also in another movie. I'm trying to think of the other movie Patty was in, but that's the main one that I'm aware of. I'd have to Google and see. Let me see what Google says real quick. But yeah, out of all of them, I think she was the only one that was actually in a movie or two. All the rest of the singers, they never did any movies. Not to my knowledge. Let me see. Let's see here. She was in Idlewild? I don't remember Patty in Idlewild. Huh, that's interesting. Patty did quite a few movies. I wasn't aware of them. Wow, interesting. Huh. Let me see her IMDb. And I remember A Soldier Story, but I don't remember these old ass movies. I just never seen them, I guess. I love Patty on A Different World. Yes, that's right. She was on A Different World too. I forgot about that one. And she was on another one. She made another cameo appearance. I want to say Moesha, if I'm not mistaken. She made an appearance there. She made an appearance on something else, some other show. I can't remember what of the show, but she was on quite a few shows back in the day. She made a cameo appearance or something, or she had just like a small ass role, and I really didn't pay attention to it. Let me see. So I'm looking at Patty's IMDb page, and it looks like she was on a TV series back in the '80s called American Playhouse. Never heard of it. She was the cleaning woman on one episode. Then she did, let's see, she did a ton of music videos. Where's the other one at that she did? Trying to find. She did a voiceover for a TV movie called The Real Story of Itsy Bitsy Spider. Never seen it. Came out in the '90s. Let's see, what else she do? She was on an episode of that sitcom called The Nanny. Y'all remember that goofy ass show called The Nanny with Fran Dresser, that white woman with that annoying ass voice. She is, she sounds like that. Yeah, she appeared on The Nanny. I don't remember her appearing on that show. It's been so long. Pat, play Gladys singing We Shall Be Free on YouTube. I would play it, but I don't want a copyright strike because YouTube's been real sensitive lately. So they've changed a lot of restrictions on playing certain music. Because the last time I played music on YouTube on a live, they did a copyright strike on me, and I don't want another copyright strike. So I'm not playing no music Not on this live. No. Mm-mm. I love Patty on a Different World. Yeah. She was on Fraggle Rock. Really? I don't remember Patty on no damn Fraggle Rock. For real. I don't be paying attention. See, she been on a lot of stuff. I remember Patty was also on an episode of Sesame Street. That was hella viral. I saw an old clip pop up on TikTok where she was singing the ABC song on Sesame Street. That shit was funny as hell. I'm trying to think what else she was in. Let's see. Oh yeah, she was in an episode of that sitcom called All of Us. That was with Lisa Ray, Dwayne Martin, that old school black show. It came out like in the early 2000s. It was an old show. Um, let's see, she did some more voiceover work for it's a TV movie, looks like a cartoon called Santa Baby. She played the Melody Songbird. She did a lot of voiceover work. I wasn't aware how much voiceover work she did. Just half of them I'm just not aware of. She was a queen on Fraggle Rock. Oh, okay. That's what's up. She was on a movie called Preaching to the Choir. She played Sister Jasmine. Never heard of that. She was in Idlewild. I don't even remember her in Idlewild. I have to look at that movie again. She played the real Angel Davenport. She was in a TV movie called Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy. Okay, I never heard of that one. She was in another movie called Cover. These were like early 2000s movies I've never heard of. She also was in, oh yeah, she sure did. She was in a couple of episodes of American Horror Story. I forgot about that. That came out in 2014. She was in an episode of Empire. Let's see. She was in several episodes of Greenleaf, that church show. It's like a church drama. That was a good ass show. That show was crazy. I wish they would have continued, but after like season 6, they stopped the show. But it was a good ass show. Let's see. She was in a few episodes of Star. That was an okay show. It didn't last long. It only lasted for like 3 or 4 years, and then they stopped. And then let's see, she was in a TV movie called Christmas Everlasting, a TV series called The Kaminsky Method. She did an episode there. Never heard of that one. Daytime Divas TV series. Never heard of that. Some reality show, I guess. She was in that. But yeah, she did quite a few different shows. Oh yeah, I see she was a voiceover in Fraggle Rock. This was recent. That was in 2022. I thought this was back in the 90s. Oh wow. She did another TV movie called New Orleans Noel. She did a TV series called The Wonder Years. They actually did that as a remake. I think back in the 80s, The Wonder Years was with what the white people. The new show, the remake that they did in 2023, that's with the whole cast of black actors. And it's actually pretty good. I've seen a couple of episodes, but I couldn't get into that show. It was so fucking boring. I was just like, I cannot continue to watch this show. I'm not into it. It does not grasp my attention. The shows that grasp my attention are like the rated M for mature, the ones that actually have the action, the thriller, the sex and all that stuff. Those are the shows that catch my attention. If it's like family oriented, it better be really funny or something. But like family dramas, unless it's something like a Tyler Perry show, I might watch it. Like what's that show on Netflix he got? He just got a new season. I haven't even watched it yet. Beauty and Black. Now that show is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. That is a very bad show. It's got a good storyline to it, but man, all it's got is a whole bunch of sex and gay shit in there. It's crazy. But yeah, Tyler Perry went off the walls with that one. But my favorite show that Tyler Perry produced is on BET Plus. It's called what is that show called? All the Queen's Men. Oh my God, that is my jam. It's about a madam who plays the queen of the strip club in it, I think in Atlanta somewhere, and she runs like all this pimps and hoes bullshit out of her club, and she runs like money laundering and all kinds of shit out of that club. But it's a good ass show. It's got a good storyline to it. That's the one show I will say that was executive produced by Tyler Perry that I actually liked. All the other bullshit sitcoms he produced, horrible, trash. I never cared for. What's that one show he came out with? Meet the Browns, terrible. Things like where are the other shows? Let me Google, do some research. Uh, Tyler Perry sitcoms, because majority of them are on BET Plus and they're terrible as fuck. I don't even watch them. House of Pain, hated it. Love Thy Neighbor, hated it. Assisted Living, never seen it. Like the most goofiest fucking names he just puts together and calls it a sitcom, and it's just terrible. Like, I'm not a fan, I'm sorry. But when it's like a whole drama series, and it's actually got some shit in there that'll catch my attention, like there's like gangster shit, and there's like, all types of other things going on. Yeah, if it's exciting, I will watch it. Put it that way. If it's boring and it's just got like a couple of ha ha, like no, I'm not gonna watch that shit. I'm not gonna watch it. It doesn't grab my attention. It has to grab my attention for me to watch it. Because this is how addicted I was to All the Queen's Men. I binge watched all 5 seasons in less than 2 weeks because I was that addicted to that show because it caught my attention and I loved it so much. Because every episode was a cliffhanger and it pissed me off. And I don't like cliffhangers, and I just binge watch and binge watch and binge watch till I finish. And the episodes weren't long. They were like maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes plus per episode. And it was only 10 episodes per season. I said, oh, I can binge watch the shit out of this. This ain't eating nothing. I can binge watch it. But yeah, the sitcoms, not a fan. The dramas, yes. Whoever his screenwriters are, phenomenal job for All the Queen's Men. Now, I actually heard that show belongs to an actor named Christian Keys. He's been around Hollywood for a minute. He did a lot of Tyler Perry plays. He did a few movies. They weren't that well, but ever since he created All the Queen's Men, and he wrote a book on it too. Fantastic job. Yeah, that dude is a genius. That was a good ass show. But outside of that, that was the only show I was honestly interested in watching. All the other shows that he produced, like Sisters and Zatima, horrible, fucking horrible. They're television dramas, and they're all black cast, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I can't get into them. It's too boring to me. I tried binge watching them, didn't like it. I watched like maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Sisters, then I stopped. Like, I have to be bored. In order for me to watch an episode of something I'm not interested in, I have to be extremely bored or I have to be traveling somewhere to buy the time. I will pop on the show I normally don't watch. Like if I'm in an airport and I'm traveling, I will pop on a show I normally don't watch just to buy time on a layover. But if I'm not buying the time and I'm watching like my favorite show, oh, I gotta have a whole setup. I gotta have popcorn. I gotta have wine. I gotta have the whole setup. But when I'm traveling or I'm doing something, I'm trying to buy the time. Yeah, something I normally don't watch. I'm just like, I'm gonna turn this on and see what this is about. Whatever. But yeah, the other ones I haven't seen are the other drama television shows he created, like The Oval. I tried to get into that one. That was boring too. It was like another rip-off version of that show called y'all remember that show called Scandal with what's her name? Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington's a great actress, by the way. I love Scandal. But then when they started getting real like I don't know. They had a lot of gay shit in there. I was just over it. They got real weird towards the end, and then it got boring. And then after that, I was just like, I'm done. I don't want no more. That's kind of like the other show, How to Get Away with Murder with Viola Davis. That was a good show too in the beginning. But then towards the end, they got weird. Like, I don't know what it is with Hollywood, but Hollywood be getting weird on some really good ass shows. And they put a lot of agenda bullshit in there. And it's just like, well, why? Like, now, I'm not saying I got anything against the rainbow community. I'm part of the rainbow community. But I feel like certain daytime television dramas that come on in the evenings when kids get out of school should not be on television. Um, Especially when they have shit in there. Because now these shows, y'all, are getting so bad. I heard that they're putting like the trans community agendas in certain kids I heard there was a massive protest on Netflix. They're trying to ban Netflix right now or boycott Netflix because Netflix was promoting a trans agenda apparently on kids shows, and I said this is out of control. I was just like, what the fuck is really going on out here? But anyway, I don't pay attention to half the hoopla that goes on. I just see it on TikTok. If I see it pop up, I'm like, oh damn, I didn't know. But yeah, it's Hollywood. Hollywood is just it's out of control. You know, it's getting terrible. And it's like some of my favorite shows now it's like it's either a whole lot of sex in it or is it there's like a whole lot of gangster bullshit in it. Like what's his name? 50 Cent. Prime example. He created the Power series. Now, the very first original Power show did not care for. It was too long, it was too boring, and it was not exciting at all. Then when he started breaking them up into different chapters, like Power Book Part 2 and Power Book Part 3, Canaan Story, that got better little by little. Out of all of them, I would have to say the one that had me hooked the most, that I actually binge watched the hell out of, was Canaan Story, Power Book number 3. Power Book number 2 was okay. That was the one with Mary J. Blige and all of them. It was alright. I still watched it, but I wasn't as excited as Power Book 3. Power Book 3 had me on edge. I was just like this. Power Book 2, not so much, but I still watched it. Power Book 4 with Tommy, I didn't care for it. I still watched it, but I didn't really care for it as Power Book 3. Out of all of them, number 3 was the best. Now, when he created the BMF TV drama, that one was really good. But BMF is more like sex, drugs, rock and roll, strippers, hoes in the club. Like, yeah, it gets old. You know, I know everybody wants excitement. I know everybody wants to see sex and all types of crazy activity, but I'm not one of those people. It doesn't take all of that for a show to just pop. You can have the greatest storyline and still have half of that shit out of that damn show. I feel like a lot of the new age black television shows or the black TV dramas, they're doing extra shit and it's making it worse. Like I feel a lot of it is unnecessary. A lot of it's not very necessary to add to the show. I think at this point there are writers that are just money hungry and there are just producers that just don't know what to do and they just add extra stuff to make it cooler, I guess, for ratings. You know, because everybody's all about ratings in Hollywood. So I don't know. It's different. Back then, like the 90s and the 2000s, we had some decent pretty shows. And like even the most gangsterish shows back in the day, they didn't even have half of the shit that they have in these shows now. And it's crazy. It's just like, well, why? You know, it never make you wonder. I don't know. I'm just rambling. Damn, it's 10:30. But anywho, I'm not going to keep y'all on here any much longer because it's almost 11 o'clock and I need to go to bed because I want some damn sleep because I did not have any sleep the night before. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Again, I thank all of you for tuning into my channel, for liking and sharing and subscribing. I really appreciate all of y'all. This is totally off topic, but I just wanted to do a quick recap on the weekend in DC and the Queens tour and just show y'all some love and show y'all how much I appreciate all of y'all. That's all. I didn't really want to come on here and say much, but I'm gonna go because I've been on here for nearly 45 minutes and I'm gonna go wash and lay down so I get up in the mornings. I gotta go to work. But if I didn't have to go to work, I would be on here longer. But y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all next time. I don't know when the next time I will go live, to be honest. If y'all have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. If y'all have any ideas on any topics of whatever y'all would like to discuss, feel free to let me know. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I shifted this channel. My original intent was to focus on my acting journey because I'm an actor, but that went south. It did not go far. So I shifted my channel pretty much to like focus on comedy, entertainment, just all types of different, areas of entertainment. And I do a lot of reaction videos. If you guys notice in my shorts feed, I do a lot of reaction to TikTok videos now. And I just randomly select entertainment topics and I just post them. But I'm trying my best. But as far as acting goes, I haven't had much work since I've been on the East Coast. It's very hard, being in Virginia, trying to network and stuff. Um, but I do plan on getting some more work done. I don't know. We shall see. Hey Matthew, how you doing? You talking about you go girl. I appreciate you. I ain't really did shit, but I appreciate the love. I'm trying. It's hard, but yeah, I kind of put a pause on acting to focus because I've been so busy. Like, if I wasn't working full time and if I wasn't studying like for real estate, I would do some more work. But I've also been auditioning like clockwork. I haven't stopped auditioning. It's just that work is slow. I haven't been selected for anything lately, and I just been working. Like, but the craziest part is that even my agent, all the way in Texas, that I used to deal with, he still sends me work. And I'm just like, why are you sending me auditions in Texas? And I'm all the way over here. I don't understand. So I'm just like, whatever. I did a couple of auditions for them for some commercial work. I never got selected. I never do. That's why I stopped fucking with them because I'm just like, if y'all don't tell me what I'm not doing correctly or y'all don't give me any tips on how to improve my audition work for these tapes, what's the point? Because, like, y'all have no idea. I've done tons of commercial auditions and never landed any of them professionally. Never. The only thing I've landed, of course, were roles like for smaller things, like for like extras, like movie extras, Tubi movies and shit. But that's it. I haven't really landed anything like nationwide. No. Now I have other friends in the acting business that have landed bigger roles than me. One of them is actually on Netflix right now. His name is I think it's Ronson Hawkins, I think is his name. Let me Google him. Ronson. He's a very popular actor, by the way. He's done a lot of Netflix work. Yeah, Ronson Hawkins. Look him up. He's a Houston native. He does a lot of work um, in Chicago. He does a lot of work in New York, but he lives in Houston. But yeah, look him up. Ronson Hawkins, a very good friend of mine in the acting business. He's on my IG. I talk to him a lot on and off to see how he's been and what he's been up to. He's been doing quite a lot of work. He's been busy. I try to get on his level, but I don't have the resources. It's hard. See, he's different because Ronson is what you call a SAG actor. And anybody that's under the SAG union, the Screen Actors Guild or the Hollywood Actors Union, yeah, they're going to get 10 times more work than me because I'm what you call non-union. Anybody that's a non-union actor, they don't get a lot of work as SAG. And SAG is more preferable because that's Hollywood. You're you're that motherfucker. You're in SAG. But in order to become SAG eligible, the last time I checked, you have to have so many on-screen credits, at least I would say maybe about 5 to 10 on-screen credits of actual roles, not just extras. Like you could be an extra all day. They grab people off the street all the time. It could be a damn crackhead as an extra. But unless you have legit speaking roles that are SAG eligible and they give you the credit, then you join and you become a SAG actor. It's very hard. It's not easy. So yeah, he's been in the business for like 10 plus years, so he's very professional. He knows what the hell he's doing. The other actor that I'm familiar with is what's the other actor? He's more of a Tubi movie guy. He hasn't really done any Netflix shit, but he's very popular. You probably heard of him before. I can't think of his name right now. What is his name? Let me Google one of his movies he was in. Perk 30. I remember that movie. I just can't think of his name, but he's been in all the freaking Tubi movies. Tyrone Betters. If you ever hear of a Tyrone Betters, he is a Dallas native, another black actor, very popular actor. He's done quite a bit of work as well. He, like I said, he's more on a low budget scale, more Tubi movie-ish, but he has done a big screen movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but I think it was like a child's movie. I forgot the name of it. The Unbreakable Boy. He did that movie. But other than that, all the rest of them are on Tubi, or they're just low budget screen movies. But yeah, he's done quite a bit of work. He's done a lot of them. I just don't really know half of them he's done. He's a really cool person. I've actually met Tyrone in person. I met him at the red carpet premiere when I went to the first one. For which red carpet premiere was this one? I forgot which one it was, but anyway, it was somewhere in Dallas at some movie theater. They had some little ghetto red carpet premiere in the hood, and he was really cool. We were talking, we exchanged information, and he added me on IG. And ever since I've been following his journey, I was just like, damn, Tyrone is making some movies. So I was like, shit. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing so wrong, but I tried everything. I'll be honest. I've had 2 different acting coaches. I've wasted tons and tons of money on professional acting courses. I've even done a course during the summer of 2023 as a virtual student at the Hollywood Academy of Actors. It's called Baron Brown Studios in LA. Very popular acting academy. And I thought I hit the golden age. I thought I was going to make my way through, but no. I wasted a shit ton of money for no reason. And a lot of these quote unquote acting coaches that I went to dried up. A lot of them, they're not really in. Like they have the networking capabilities to get you where you want to get to, but I feel like it's a waste of time because every time I went to these bullshit ass coaches, I never got anything. I'm just like, why should I continue paying you if I'm not landing the work? If I'm not passing the basic auditions to get in some of the movies and some of the biggest TV shows, if I'm not passing the basics, then I don't need your coaching bullshit. No. Like I've been doing this for over 3 or 4 years now of just on and off coaching, on and off classes, on and off courses. And I just felt like it was a waste of money. I really did. Because now you got content creators and you got people using social media to their advantage to become stars. And honestly, you don't even need an agent, to be honest. Your agent is just a name. It's not like, oh, I have an agent. I need this work and I need to book this. Like, no, your agent is just simply somebody who represents you on paper, they have no real power. And you, the actor or whatever, the performer, the artist, have to be creative. You have to create content. And in order for you to blow up, you have to stay on top of it. And you have to really, you know, use your brain and come up with some of the craziest stuff. Like I've seen a lot of actors now who come from like YouTube and they making all these silly ass comedy skits, but I'm not a skits person. I don't feel like, oh, I need to make 50 damn skits and just boom, I'm in, I'm in a movie. Like, no. I feel like skits are overrated. For me personally, I feel like if I bust my ass and I study the script and I do a damn good job, I should have the role. I shouldn't have to do all these crazy TikTok videos or twerking videos just to get somebody's attention in Hollywood. That's crazy to me. It really is, because half the people that you see every day on your TV that are on Hulu or Netflix or whatever, they haven't even done nearly any of that. And they're in shows or in movies and they're just getting work like clockwork. But yeah, it's tough. And it kind of discourages me sometimes. So I'm just like, what am I really doing this for anyway? Like I'm getting older. I'm almost 40 and I feel like as much as I have a passion and a desire to be an actor full time, it's not a stable career. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if you do book the work, it's not a guarantee you're going to continue to have ongoing work because that show could cancel. They could cancel the movie project. Then you'll be waiting like 6 months to a damn year to hear back on a movie to see if you've been selected. That's the worst part. Half the time, when it is a big ass role that requires a lot, you don't hear back from the producer for a very long time. And at half the time when they do the damn thing, they don't even come out with a movie. So it's just like, what's the point? But anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and stop rambling because I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to hear no more. But again, I thank you guys for coming through. I thank y'all for liking the channel and subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of y'all and for keeping on rocking with me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really do appreciate y'all. I really do, fam. I just wish that I could possibly do this thing full time. I don't foresee myself being a full time YouTuber because YouTube is hard. I ain't gonna lie, YouTube is not a game. But I'm learning. I'm trying. I'm trying. But it would be cool if I could be a full time YouTuber. That'd be cool as hell. But yeah, this whole content creation mumbo jumbo, it's a struggle. It's very challenging for me. The editing, the timing, the scheduling of the videos, it's a lot. And I see why a lot of content creators go crazy because it's a lot of stress. If you think about it, you're like, damn, I gotta schedule this video or drop this clip and do all this extra shit. I'm like, nah, I ain't got time for all that. But my ultimate goal in life is to be a very successful entrepreneur. That is my ultimate goal. And possibly retire early and do what the fuck I want to do and not have to break my back over and do 9 to 5s 24/7. That's the goal. But anywho, I hope you guys again enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go for real so I can get my ass in the bed because I'm tired as hell. My eyes are heavy. But I will talk to you guys next time. Again, I don't know when I'm going to go live. If you have any suggestions, when you guys would like to see me again, feel free to drop it in the comments. If you guys want like a little Q&A, feel free to let me know. We can do like a little Q&A session or something. But until then, I don't really have anything else to talk about. But y'all have a good night. I thank y'all again. Love you guys. Bye.